Hello viewers, my name is Chandrasekhar. Today I am going to discuss about the provisions of section 194O, which is a new section and applicable from 1st April 2020. The section 194O talks about TDS on e-commerce transactions. Before discussing the provisions, scope and applicability, we just try to understand the rationale behind introducing this section. Nowadays, most of the companies and even individuals are doing their business by just sitting at their homes through e-commerce platforms like Amazon and Flipkart. What they'll do is they'll just register their products at e-commerce platforms and it will be very easy for them to carry their business. But when it comes to tax authorities, there is a problem with the revenue. The department cannot identify and trace all the persons who are selling their products and providing services through e-commerce platforms. Now the department came up with a new concept and they placed the burden of TDS on e-commerce operator, who is actually the intermediary between the buyer and the seller. Now the question is to whom this section is applicable. To proceed before, one should consider these 2 points. Do you have any plans to start your business on e-commerce platforms? Currently you are selling your products and services on e-commerce platforms? If yes, then you need to understand the provisions of section 194O. Now let's look into scope and applicability of section 194O. The section will be applicable on e-commerce participant being resident in India and selling goods or providing their services through e-commerce platforms. And the e-commerce operator is required to deduct tax at the time of payment or at the time of credit, whichever is earlier. Let's try to understand the provision in detail. The section is applicable to every e-commerce participant being a resident in India. That means it applies to every e-commerce participant who is also resident in India. E-commerce participant means any person who sells goods or provides services or both through e-commerce platform. And the section is applicable to every e-commerce operator irrespective of their residential status. Let's take a case. Amazon and Flipkart both are e-commerce operator and assume Amazon is a non-resident and Flipkart is a resident. For the purpose of section 194O, both Amazon and Flipkart are required to deduct tax at source if they paid any sum to Indian e-commerce participants. And if they paid any sum to non-resident e-commerce participants, there is no applicability of section 194O. The rate of TDS under section 194O is 1% in all the cases, except if the resident e-commerce participant fails to furnish PAN and Aadhaar, then the rate will be 5%. Now let's try to cover the provisions of section 194O with the help of an example. Mr. C, he is a resident individual and he is selling his products on Amazon. For the month of February 2020, his total sales comes to 3.5 lakhs. Amazon has credited to Mr. C on 29th Feb and paid the same amount of 3.5 lakhs to Mr. C on 5th of March. In addition, Mr. B, who has also purchased the same product from Amazon and made the payment of 50,000 directly to Mr. C on 20th Feb 2020. Here the total sales of Mr. C for the month of February comes to 4 lakh. Now for the purpose of section 194O, Amazon has to deduct the tax at source in the month of February being the date earlier of creditor payment. And Amazon has to deduct TDS on the entire amount of 4 lakhs and not on 3,50,000. As the provision says, if any amount directly paid by purchaser of goods or recipient of services to e-commerce participant, the same shall be deemed to be paid or credited by the e-commerce operator and shall be included in the gross amount of sale or services for the purpose of TDS. And the next point is Amazon has to deduct tax at 1% on 4 lakhs, assuming Mr. C furnished his PAN and Aadhaar to Amazon. Suppose Mr. C fails to furnish PAN and Aadhaar, then Amazon has to deduct tax at the rate of 5% on 4 lakhs. Now we discuss about exceptions to section 194O. There are 2 exceptions. There won't be any TDS on any payment made by e-commerce operator to non-resident e-commerce participants. And the second one is e-commerce operator is not required to deduct TDS if the amount paid or credited to individual or HUF during a financial year does not exceed 5 lakhs. The reason behind non-deduction of TDS for payments up to 5 lakhs to individual and HUF is that anyhow tax on income up to 5 lakhs is nil due to rebate under section 87A. Suppose in the above example, the total sales of Mr. C during the financial year is only 4 lakhs, then there is no requirement of tax to be deducted by Amazon. So this is the entire summary of section 194O. Thanks for watching.